This is one of the most despicable, degenerate, and downright devious things I've seen in my 3 years in crypto, and it involves none other than one of our favorite crypto influencers, Alex Becker. This has absolutely shocked me because of how brilliant and genius it is. And in this video, I'm going to break down exactly what has been going on, because otherwise you stand to find yourself in a world of pain. However, if like me, you're a doer, we're going to overcome this and find a way to absolutely demolish the markets. Hit the like button. This is going to be a good one. Now guys, if you are watching crypto YouTube videos, then you are probably aware of Alex Becker. This guy, an entrepreneur, incredibly successful, has a little bit of a thing from time to time of getting involved in small cap altcoins. And we know what happens when he does. Now, many of you who are subscribed, who managed to watch this video I made the other day about Alex Becker, would have seen me talking about being able to track Alex Becker's wallets. Now, why would we want to do that, I hear you ask? Well, during the last bull market, Alex Becker, with a very large following both on YouTube and over on Twitter, would shout out and talk about different GameFi projects, different NFT projects, and guess what happened when he did? Loads of people piled in and bought those projects, and they absolutely rocketed towards the upside, whether they were good or not. And therefore, now that we've got all these cool and trendy new tools, we were able to spy on what he's doing in order to see ourselves make some really great returns. This is over on Arkham, and this is Alex Becker's wallet. And if we jump back 3 weeks ago, you can see Alex Becker suddenly became active again in crypto, having lain dormant for almost 2 years. He then started to pick up some different coins, picking up around $4,800 in Sidus. Now, no one was even talking about Sidus or even knew what this coin was, and that meant that Sidus basically looked almost like what many people would call a dead coin. But then guess what happens? Alex Becker starts to buy somewhere around here, and then lo and behold, we start to see a pickup. I made that video about Alex Becker on the 11th of November, which I think was around here, and if you were subscribed, then you might well have caught this 11th of November move that ended us all our way up here at around 400% gains. So congratulations if you did. Now, there was other things that started to take place along this way. Obviously, Alex Becker gets in, people start to notice it as it goes up, and then he announces that he had partnered with them and he was going to be working with them on this. And I retweeted this about 5 days ago, saying that Sidus is now entering a meme coin territory from Alex Becker. Suddenly, just after that, he announces himself as working alongside Sidus. That's why you should give me a follow over on Twitter, guys. One, because it's absolutely free, but also I'm over there a lot of the time, and I will share with you very key pieces of information like this. So, absolutely no brainer. Give me a follow on Twitter. And we're getting to that degenerate bit. Don't you worry, guys. Be patient. Fight through with me. A week ago, or just under a week ago, I believe, he then picks up around $2,700 in BCB. You're like, what the hell is BCB? Well, you probably were like, what the hell is BCB? But now you know, because Alex Becker bought it, and then this happened. He literally bought it, and because everyone was more aware of now what happens when Alex Becker buys something, it did this. So maybe it's my fault for alerting you to what happens when Alex Becker buys things, but I don't think I'm the only YouTuber who talks about this. And those of you who are waiting for that stuff to find out what is so disgraceful and despicable that's been happening, well, if you have started to realize something after that second BCB buy-in, after the Sidus and BCB at least, you will have started to put things together. Alex Becker shouts something out, massive gains. Alex Becker shouts something out, buy it, make massive gains. Okay, so if I buy something that Alex Becker shouts out, then I make money, but he doesn't shout something out. In fact, he's just got a wallet address that I could send some money to from a random piece of shit coin, and then guess what happens? Literally last night, UK time, he goes and buys apparently $47. The man is worth over $20 million, I believe, and he purchases $47 worth of a piece of shit coin that no one's ever heard of. If you are the creator of that piece of shit coin, I do apologize for calling it that because I don't know what it is. But this is what happened. This coin, pretty much at zero, goes and does this. In the space of about an hour and a half, it goes up nearly 80x. And you're like, well, what does that mean? Well, if you put in $100, you could have cashed out $8,000 at the top. If you put in $1,000, maybe you could have cashed out 80 grand. And effectively, this is what happened. Some cheeky little monkey bought some crypto down here, or this MEXC coin, okay? And then what he did was sent 47 of his hard-earned dollars, or hers, to Alex Becker. Everyone's like, holy shit, we're in the money. We've just seen another transaction. This is the next Sidus. This is the next BCB. We're in the money. We're going to make some gains. What happens? Everyone piles in. and everyone's like, oh my God, I just woke up and look at it. Am I too late? And they just like, they buy anyway, and they keep buying. And then suddenly the guy who bought down here is like, thank you, and sells. And then everyone else gets wrecked, like 92%. So basically, the people down here took the money from the people up here. Welcome to crypto. Crypto is not a very nice world, guys. It's not about like, we're in this together. You know, it doesn't matter, okay? You're not. This is 100% dog eat dog. And crypto is absolutely savage, degenerate, unregulated space where you can do stuff like this and no one's going to tell you off for it. At least not like anyone official. Maybe when you lose 92% of your Christmas money. And then it just started happening again and again. You then get a next one, Betrock. And then Betrock goes up like 600% in just the space of, you know, a couple of hours. Because everyone's now in this mindset that we will make a bunch of money. And guys, it's awful, okay? Because basically you've got a few people who are smart and they're just dominating ignorant people, or people who aren't aware of this, in order for them to make their own gains. It's despicable, but it's bloody brilliant, right? It's smart. And yeah, you know, it's crypto. These things happen. Would I do it? No, I'm not a piece of shit. But there's a lot of people who would. And if you haven't already paused the video to go and do this yourself, good on you. Just stick with me because I'm going to tell you why maybe you shouldn't do this. So what can we do? Well, Arkham is still a very useful and interesting platform. And okay, if we look at Alex Becker's trades, all of them pretty much recently have been like a couple of $100, maybe less. These bigger ones, BCB and whatever, they're slightly bigger. So what we can do is we can go to Arkham and we can create an alert like we did the other day. Create an alert. And then we can come down below and you can see you can put in like minimum value. So minimum like from $1,000 up, or from $2,000 or $10,000 or whatever dollars up. Create the alert, okay, with Alex Becker at the top. And then you're going to get alerted if he just continues to use this wallet and actually gets a big bit of cash in there. So that's one way. Or we can be a little bit smarter and go and find our own wallets, because it's not just Alex Becker. It's not like a one-man game here, okay? We're not just going to rely on holding his coattails the whole time. Let's think a bit smarter. Let's go to this website, dexcheck.io. No, sorry, that's a lie. dexcheck.ai. Now, this website, you can go and see various different cryptos that have been pumping and doing really well. If you come down below, after selecting a coin that's up, this one up 10,000%. Interesting. Come down below and you can see some of these like different trades going on here, and you can see one's maybe big buys, big sells. Look for someone who's got like a big sell or a big buy. Here we are, big buy. Let's click on this one. Analyze address and check in. We come to, eventually it's going to load this page, which tells us that he made $370 and lost $2,200. This, as you can see, is not worth following. Now, what can we do? We can go back. Those guys who are in the comments being like, tell me which wallet to follow. Well, you're just preparing yourself to get chewed up and shit on like the other guys who got wrecked before. Be smarter. Put more time and effort in. It doesn't take you long, guys, okay? What else can we do? We can find another one, can't we? Come across, have a look at this one. And okay, this is a bit more interesting. Now, again, not a great example, but if you've subscribed and followed my previous videos, you can definitely find some great examples in here. This guy has made, you know, some pretty good profits here, but he's not really worth following, guys, because he's also been absolutely hammered in a bunch of other coins he's been buying. However, eventually you can find a wallet that might have made a bit of money. Like this one made $13,200 and realized profit $17,000. You know, potentially worth following these kind of people, because maybe they get involved very early. This is a brand new project that did 10,000%. What did this person know that we didn't? And go and find people who've got lots of profitable trades, because they tend to be quite smart. We can follow them, we can learn from them, and then we can buy into coins that they're buying into and profit when they do. And also, if we're lazier, then we can come across to dbank.com. We can go to more and we can click on whales. And then we can go down through the list, and some of these wallets have got $4.7 billion in. We can go through, there's like thousands of pages of different wallets, and you can see, you know, lots of these bigger wallets may have nothing of interest in, but you can go down through and find some other wallets. This one here, a bunch of FTX, bunch of WorldCoin, bit of other ETH and stuff. You can go and find out different coins that people are buying. You can then track them using either dbank or using Arkham or Zerion.io or any of the other websites that I talk about on this channel all the time. And then what can we do? We can wait. We can wait for someone to do something that makes us think, yes, this is what we're going to do. Keep a track of it, okay? And you're like, okay, this sounds like a lot of work. I'm not in for this. Well, you have either one of two options, and this is for life. You've got money or you've got time. If you've got lots of money, then you can buy yourself time, right? Because you can get people to help you with shit. Maybe you got a cleaner. Maybe you got someone to do different errands for you. Maybe you got someone to look after your kids, whatever. you will realize that if you've got less money, then your life is far more time intensive. But we all have the same amount of time, so we can do this. But there's another way around this, because you're like, oh, I have no money and I have no time. Well, that's why you can team up with people who are working on this. And yes, I'm going to show something to you, because this is important. In the inner circle, we've just brought in a wallet tracking alpha, where we are now sharing various different wallets, of which there are now 4 more brand new Alex Becker wallets in here. And every day, there's hundreds of people working together in here to tell each other which are the best wallets to be following. Wouldn't that make life much easier for just $9.99 per month? So if you have no time and not much money, then this could still work for you. 5-day free trial. Not only that, but you can also get involved in our Inner Circle venture capital fund, where you can invest small amounts of money into huge future projects before the ICO. That means you can buy in alongside Polygon and Binance Labs. Our next project, which we'll be raising for in about 1 or 2 weeks, or I already know, has Alex Becker and others investing in, like Elio Trades and other big names like that. And if you want to be able to get in before ICO into projects that are backed by people like that, then guys, there's no other way. There's nothing else that exists like this in the crypto space, at least that I've heard of right now, and definitely not for as little as $9.99 per month. But I appreciate it. Maybe you've not got $10 to spend on this, in which case you're going to have to do the hard work yourself. And that's not a bad thing, guys, because doing the hard work yourself, you're going to give yourself a far better understanding of everything that is going on in the space. And since we're on a roll and I've got nothing better to do other than try to get you to just damn well subscribe to my video, which hopefully by now you've done. And here's something else we can do. We can go across and choose an Ethereum chain coin like Veracity. Now we know it's Ethereum because it says contract Ethereum. Copy that Ethereum address. Now what I want to do is go for the last 1 month of Veracity, and you'll see, let's go a little bit longer, year, and you'll see that there was a dip here, the 26th of September, which is 35 days ago. We'll come back to Token Analyzer. Remember, we copied that code. Come back to the Token Analyzer. We're going to paste it. This is on June.com. Go to June.com and search for Token Analyzer with 3 O's, of course. And then we're going to put 35 days, because remember, it's 35 days from that dip. And then it's on the Ethereum chain. And then we're going to hit a whopping great enter. We're going to run 6 queries. Don't really know what that means, but that's fine. And then you're going to see it loads. Now, this website shows us really good information. You can see, and if you're subscribed, you'll already know this, you can see the wallets being accumulated. The price has been dipping, but we're getting new wallets. That's a good indicator that price might be about to continue going up. But what we're looking for is this. Come down below, top trades by estimated profits, okay? Now, we can see down below, top trades by volume. Now, let's go and pick for one of these that's had big volume. Click on that, copy that, and you'll see it says MEVBot. That's bullshit. Don't click that. We don't want MEVBots. Keep clicking them until you find one that's not a MEVBot. And we can see this one is not, I repeat, not a MEVBot, because it just says contract and, nothing about MEVBots. We're going to copy it, come back to our old friend Arkham, and we're going to paste it in at the top, and we're going to hit enter. And then we can see this. This is 1inch. Okay, big crypto trading platform. Okay, 1inch. But you can see that they've been buying and accumulating more crypto over the past few weeks. And also their portfolio has gone from, $80 million all the way up to $182 million. Not a really bad autumn for these guys. And you can keep doing this and find different codes, and eventually you'll find wallets that have just been buying lots of different stuff. Then we can create alerts, we can get alerts sent to us. And now I know a bunch of you will just be like, oh, just paste the wallet address for me down below. Oh, can't this video only be 9 minutes long? Guys, fair enough. I get it, we're busy. And, if you're that busy, then don't do this, because it's not for you. You need to invest a little bit of your time and your effort to being able to actually make money, because it's really getting more and more competitive, and all these tools are making people who use them much smarter. And if you're not using them, you're just going to get left behind. Okay, it's like anything. How can you compete with people who are trading and doing stuff all the time? Now, all of those coins and everything I've talked about today that have been popping up on Alex Becker and everything else, you should be picking up through MEXC, because 0% spot maker take fees, absolute no-brainer. Link down below in the description. And this is really important, okay? Because if you're trading over on Coinbase and stuff, while it's got a great user interface and it's nice to use, it's expensive, guys. If you're new to crypto and you're trading with smaller kind of quantities of money, or even big quantities, and you're getting big like $10, $100 fees every time you're trying to transact on Coinbase, eventually you're just going to lose all your money anyway through fees. So why not use MEXC? Also, over 3,000 different coins. Link down below in the description. Now, if you're in the US, I've got you, because you'll be like, I can't access this exchange. Well, yes, you can, because you can go to NordVPN and you get 4 months free. What's NordVPN? Well, it allows me to pretend I'm in different countries. Right now, it says I'm in Austria. If I click on the United States, suddenly I'm, guess where? United States. If you live in the US, all you need is a NordVPN, click on like Belgium, and then you can access any website that's allowed in Belgium that's not allowed in the US. For example, MEXC, where you don't need to use KYC, know your customer. So it's easy. Okay, it's a way to overcome it. People always come with problems in crypto. It's easy, guys. There's ways to overcome it. Just think about it. NordVPN, 4 months free if you use my link. And then after your 4 free months, you're going to pay €2.88. Obviously, now I'm apparently in Belgium, which is why it's in euros. But if that's dollars, it's like $3 a month. It's like a price of a cup of coffee. Not only is it going to help you access different exchanges and stuff, but it's also going to protect you from people watching and spying on your transactions. Now, with any exchange, whether that be MEXC, KuCoin, Binance, whatever, be very cautious. You shouldn't leave money on exchanges. I would transfer to an exchange. I would change to whatever it is. I would then transfer it out. I would go to MetaMask. I would go to, personally, a hardware wallet. Now, obviously, you're like, I need a hardware wallet. Well, I've got you for that as well. So another shill here, the Decent wallet, which is the one I use myself, has 40% off for Black Friday. It comes with a fingerprint scanner. It works with your iPhone or Android device via Bluetooth, so there's no plugging in or anything like that. You don't need a laptop. You can just use it with your iPhone. And with the saving, it's going to be more affordable, but they do have various options like the card, which is much cheaper than using this handheld device, although personally I use the handheld device because it's much easier to use and overall it's cooler. But also they support over 3,000 different coins, adding more ones all the time, and if there's coins they don't have that you want, you can also suggest and ask for them to add them. Guys, I hope you enjoyed that video and found it useful. I urge you to subscribe to be kept up to date with everything that no one else is talking about on YouTube. And go and follow me over on Twitter, follow me on Instagram, get in my free Telegram link down below. See you tomorrow with another video. Bye-bye.